What the? Oh, lens cap. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, who am I? My name is Chris Agos, and I'm an actor. Although I'm 95% certain that you probably have never heard my name, and if I sat down next to you in a bar, you wouldn't even know who I am. I work in just about every area of the business that you can really think of. I do voiceover, I do little TV, I do commercials. If they hire actors, I've done that job. Back in 2010, I wrote a book called Acting in Chicago. It was a guide for actors who were based in Chicago and wanted to make acting their full-time living there. It's 265 pages and literally takes 15 years of my experience and shows you everything that you need to know in order to have a career as an actor in Chicago. The thing is I got started not knowing anyone or anything in the business. So it's not like I called up my dad one day and was like, "Hey Dad, I'd really like to act. Can you introduce me to your agent?" I couldn't do that. My dad owned a fried chicken restaurant, so I had to figure all this stuff out on my own. But I went to DePaul in Chicago. I was not a theater major. I was all set to go to medical school. And I started taking voiceover lessons, just like as a distraction. And then that led into doing some on-camera work. And then suddenly I was like training to be an actor. And I kind of got hooked on that as much as I was hooked on voiceover. And I have to say that it was really slow going at first. Like, it was very difficult. My first goal that I ever set for myself was to work one time a month. But the problem is I wasn't able to actually set that goal even until like my second year in business. The first year, it took me 6 months to get my first agent, and then it took me another 6 months to get my first job. So my whole first year in business was like 1 year of nothing but waiting. But then things started clicking along a little bit, and I could do one job a month, and then I did 2 jobs a month, and then I was meeting people who were mentoring me and showing me not only how to actually act, but also how to run a business as an actor. Because really there are 2 big components to an actor's career. The first big thing is the acting. I mean, if the acting isn't solid, if it's not really that good, it's going to be pretty tough to have a career as an actor. But after that, you have to realize that you're a business person as an actor. You own a small business and you have to treat it like that. When I'm held up as like an example of somebody who's done well, do you know what people say? They don't say, "Well, you've done really well because you're a great actor." They don't say that. What they say is, "You are a successful actor because you treat it like a business." And that is absolutely 100% true. Not only was that true then when I got started, it is still absolutely true now. This acting part over here that everybody trains on, that's great, but it doesn't work unless you got this component over here, the business sense. And that's really why I wrote Acting in Chicago. So what I did is I took 15 years of experience, 15 years of fumbling around and trying to figure out how this business works. And all this information, and I just collected it all and I put it all in one place. I put it in this 265-page book. People tell me it's really helpful. It cuts through a lot of the clutter. Because back when I was getting started, and even after I had been doing it for a while, all I really wanted was for somebody to sit down and tell me how to do this. Tell me what worked for other people so that I could try to do some of the same things and try to replicate their success. That one person wasn't really there. I had a couple of people who mentored me and showed me how things are done. So I decided I would be that person. You know, there's a meme that's going around on Facebook, or it might be Twitter right now, and it says something like, "Be the person you needed when you were young." And I decided by writing this book, I was going to be that guy. That's where I'm coming from. I'm still an actor. I'm still out there auditioning, trying to get bookings every day, just like you guys are. So pick up a copy of the book, download it, listen to it, check out the YouTube channel, check out the blog. I think there's a bunch of information here that you'll be able to use. And if you like the book and you like the blog, share it with somebody else, pass it along, because I think that if more people had the information they needed to really put together a successful career, this business would just be a whole lot less stressful for everybody.